So this back here is only the bad spots of the lawn. You can kind of see where the turf looked like it just stops. The reason why those bald spots is there is because of these. It's not getting any type of sunlight at all. So what I'm going to do to those trees back there in a couple of months, as soon as all of the leaves fall down, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut those limbs so I can be able to get some sunlight back there. So the area that I told you all that I was going to work on this winter time back here in my test plot. Matter of fact, look at that grass, you all. My goodness, that grass looks so good. This is what this area looks like right now. So as of right now, this is what it looks like. I don't have to worry about any more limbs hanging over. I went ahead and cut everything back. What I did with this area was I went ahead and I started to clean this area up. Now I do have a couple of stumps that I'm going to have to dig around and get my chainsaw and kind of cut those down a little bit deeper so that the grass can be able to grow and that my mower is not kind of running over it if I am deciding to cut it lower. This is the area right here where the tree limbs were basically kind of hanging over and shading this whole entire area. Of course, this area was a reoccurring problem. It gave me problems every single year because there will not be any leaves on the trees in the early spring, but as the year goes by, those leaves will basically crowd out this area and this grass will just eventually end up thinning up and getting exactly back to how it was before. Now another thing, you all, that was getting on my last nerves is all of this brush that you see back here. Every time I came back here, these little sticker bushes were hanging out. I was getting stuck by them whenever I'm cutting, whenever I'm weed eating on that edge. And it just basically was a waste of space just sitting there. I never fooled with it. I never cut it back. I never did anything to it the whole time. But I was saying to myself, since I cut back some of these limbs, I need to take care of this brush. So this is what the brush looks like right now. As you can see, all of that brush is gone. And I cut all of that stuff back. I just pushed it back there for now. What I'm going to eventually end up doing is once I get some of these branches and stuff over here to throw away, I'll pick up some of that brush, put that on a trailer and get rid of that as well. But I did start from here and I took it back a good, I think it was 25 or 27 feet back that way. So this whole entire area right here, all the way over there, all of this, and all of this ended up giving me an extra 2,000, I think an extra 2,000 square foot. So my test plot was 2,000 square foot. Now since I done sat up there and pushed all this brush back, pushed the limbs back, I done basically doubled it to 4,000 square foot. So it's around like 4,100, but 4,000, we can go with that. Now what I did do back here in this area was I started to rake it until I seen all of these little vines back here and I was like, nah, this isn't going to work. So what I did was I put some old blades on my mower. I grabbed my mower and I started mowing this thing down as low as possible. I think I took it down to maybe like an inch. Everything else is kind of like surface level with the ground, so I couldn't get down that deep. But I mowed it down as low as I can be able to mow it down. Then after I got done mowing it down, of course I had to put some holy water on it just in case if any of those vines were still living. I wanted to go ahead and stop the growth of those vines immediately. So I went ahead and mowed it and then I sprayed it, and this is what it looks like right now. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, this was my good grass, but I did touch it a little bit with my holy water, but I'm not worried about that. I'm going to start right here in this particular area and I'm going to work it all the way back here with good grass, and then I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna create a border back there where I may go with some pine needle or maybe some mulch, and I'm gonna have it going all the way around to over there in that particular area. And the reason why I want to create that border, just in case if any vines try to grow through, they're not going to be able to, because how I'm going to have that border down. So as you can see, I still have a little work to do. The leaves are starting to bud on the trees a little bit. We're starting to get a few warmer days, which is good. But what I'm basically going to do is that area, I'm going to seed it. So if you're having those fears or those doubts or those questions, can you do some seeding in the springtime? Watch Polo. I'm going to seed back there and we're going to see how this thing comes up. I'm going to show you how I'm doing it, and I'm going to give you progress on it to show you what it actually looks like when that seed comes in. Now forget that area back there, you all. Look at this grass. Lord Jesus, look at this grass. And the most exciting thing about this grass is I haven't even fed it yet, y'all. Look at it. You talking about money green, money green. Now, if you all want to know what I put on this lawn, go back to that video where I made my last application on this lawn. I used the Hybrid's Finisher 1000. I went down with the bag rate. It's the beginning of March and I have not fed this at all. Not one drop, not one anything, not a tenth, not a quarter, not a half a pound, not nothing of nitrogen. I have not fed this at all. Woo, she looks good. She needs a cut too. I'm going to cut this most definitely. So I thank y'all for tuning in. I just want to give you a quick update on the test plot and what I've been doing back here. I am going to cut this here very soon, and I'll keep you updated on what it looks like once I start on it. This is your boy Polo of Polo Fields Lawn Service. Y'all have a blessed one, and I'll see y'all in the next one.